Hi, this is Steve with Gutterglove of Washington and all about gutters in Renton. And we're comparing and contrasting different gutter guards. And right now I wanted to show you a gutter guard that we took off last week off a customer's home. This one, not 100% sure of the name of it, but it's a common reverse curve gutter guard. Reverse curve in that the curve comes down and it reverses back to the back of the gutter. The idea is debris comes off here, falls in midair, and then the inside of the gutter stays clean. This customer had some success with the gutter guard, with this gutter guard. I do think it may be also known as gutter helmet. I'm not sure, but I wanted to. But there's a reason why they call us to have us remove it and put on Gutterglove Pro, which we'll talk about here in a minute. I gotta think for a minute. Oh yeah, the main problem that he had was that the needles and stuff constantly built up right along this edge, so that as water came off, it made a bridge from here to the outside of the gutter. So he had a constant stream of water coming from off the roof, down here, and then down into his flower beds and the walkways and such. So, but this gutter guard, on that particular installation, generally what we find with this gutter guard is it's installed over the first row of shingles. This is the first row, the second row is up here, and the other thing that we find very commonly is this right here, is they do penetrate the roof when they do the installation. We've seen nails, we've seen various types of screws, all sorts of stuff, and they penetrate the roof with this. And this particular customer did have some roofing issues that he attributed to this gutter guard. So anyway, we removed their gutter guard and then put on our Gutterglove Pro. On his house, the style of roof was a little different, so it didn't have this this look. It looked a little better, but nonetheless, I don't know how you're going to make this thing look pretty. It's just not the prettiest looking thing out there. So, so basically, this gutter guard, I would say, has some detriment to it in that most people find that they have a lot of maintenance on the edge that they have to deal with. It's a very flimsy product, and they do penetrate the roof when it's installed. So just we'll take this off here and show you, how thin this stuff is. It's very thin. Rip it with my hands if I want to. But I want, rather than doing that, I want to point out the Gutterglove Pro here. The Gutterglove Pro keeps everything out of the gutter except for dust and pollen. So basically, instead of relying on a big opening on the front like the reverse curve gutters do, this covers the gutter and essentially creates like a closed system. So basically, stuff does not get in the gutter. The mesh is very carefully chosen for this area in the wet Pacific Northwest. It's a stainless steel mesh. It is big enough to allow for aeration, unlike many of the competitors' micro meshes. And a fir needle can't get in, nor can roof grit, but dust and pollen can get in. And the fact that there's quite a bit of air space around, the hole is quite large, it allows for a good deal of aeration so the mesh can dry out. Most of our competing meshes are so fine that they stay wet over long periods of time. So this gutter guard can be cleaned from the ground by brushing it on a dry day, and just brushing it with an extension point of brush. We don't say it's self-cleaning because no gutter guard is truly self-cleaning. We've seen it before where a customer wouldn't have to do anything for years. And I'm happy to say that, but I can't say that for all locations. It depends a lot on the location, the pitch of the roof, and many other variables. But this gutter guard, as you can see, is heavy, anodized aluminum, very, very sturdy, very well made. And customers are going to be very happy when they have this gutter guard on their house. It's unlike the one that we just showed you. This is a very durable product. It's a low profile product. You might see a little that silver look along the edge of your gutter, but unlike the big clunky one that we just took off, that's a good word for it, big and clunky, we've got something that actually looks sleek and keeps everything out of your gutter, and it's much easier to maintain. So that's a comparison and contrasting of Gutterglove Pro versus the large reverse curve gutter guard.